Greetings, my fellow captains. Welcome to Roscrease Gaming with another video again, and today we have Scarecrow in the Mighty Turbits from the German Navy it once was. Yes, and on the land of fire, even adding even more to it. Turbits, I love this ship. This thing was one of my favorite premiums and was very expensive when it first came out, but was enjoyable by all. It was the first battleship that had torpedoes, and was one of the first.
So, who wants to dance?
Go through one of the first battleships that were the Germans, and a lot of people were waiting for a German for a long time. It wasn't a Bismarck, but it was definitely a German battleship. Now, what's so good about the Turbits? Well, first off, she has the 15-inch guns that are derpy accurate as hell and pretty good. Turtle black armor and very fast speed, not to mention the 6-kilometer torpedoes. And on top of that, they just recently buffed the secondaries to be the range of the Bismarck. However, there are a few weaknesses. One, she doesn't have that much of the guns as some of the other ships, which sometimes the 15-inch doesn't give that big alpha damage that you see in other ships. So that could be a little bit of an issue. But it really doesn't happen very often. Just the dice of the roll. Number 2 is the bigger one. Her anti-air is worth dog crap. So if you're ever in a match with this thing against carriers, you'll need that plane. You will need air cover. Now, unfortunately for him, there are no carriers in this match, so he doesn't have to worry about that. But he does have to worry about the enemy team. I think everybody can agree with me on that. They have a Z-23 on the team, and that's a pretty devastating little destroyer. Luckily, though, he only spotted the farragut, and he's firing at the farragut and close, but no cigar there on that shot. He's detected and he decides to angle and turn, and shells missed. Now he's in secondary range, and now those secondaries are beginning to open up. And now they're just flying away like confetti. Now don't forget, everybody, if you don't notice, there's another ship out there. And enemy Mahan's getting torpedoed by the farragut. He's already hit him with the secondaries, but there's another hit. They're firing. Come on, secondaries, there he goes. And down goes the enemy farragut. There's the Z-23. And here comes another issue on his match. There's enemy North Carolina out front. But he's retreating, so that might be hidden to his fact. He is detected, so there is something else in there. There he is, there's the shot. It's on fire. So it's got to be a cruiser. Well, those kind of guns, it could be many things. It could be the New Orleans. It could be the Otago. So he's going to run into smoke and make himself become less known. And he's going to throw his torpedoes out. And there it is. The New Orleans. Fires a 15-inch and good hits, but they all overpenned, so no penetrations to the ship. It went through the ship. So the best guess on that would be that those shells only give you a slight of the full damage. Secondaries are now opening up on the New Orleans, and he's trying to get the hell out of here. He's trying to go after his enemy destroyer, and he doesn't want any part of it getting destroyed. Again, over penetrations, and the Mahan gets detonated by the enemy New Orleans. That's gotta be a painful one. I've seen one too many times a good ship getting detonated. And here comes his sister and a Bismarck coming broadside to him. Turn the ship, lads. And that is why you have to be careful. Even though you have turtle black armor, you can still get really hit hard. And that's what happened. He got hit massively. 12,000 damage, hit his ship pretty badly. And now he's got a little bit of damage removed off his ship. However, he's still in the fight. and those rounds missed on him, but he did one penetration to overpens the bending Bismarck, and now he's getting focused. Multiple ships are shooting at him. He's turning the ship to get some more guns out. He's waiting on those torpedoes, and torpedoes away. Yeah. Scarecrow's turning to... Oh man, he just took a nasty hit. But those torpedoes look pretty good. And this is where some karma might come in play. And there it is, one torpedo hit. That's a pretty good damage roll. Enemy's putting up a scout plane, and he is spotted, but that doesn't mean he's out of the fight. Multiple ships are still shooting at him. There's another enemy turrets, a Nuremberg and a Hipper shooting at him. He's on fire. There's one ship that's not shooting at that turret, Bismarck, so he's still going into the Nolans. And now he's detected, but he's not having a good detectability on the rest of the team. There's the enemy Norlands. Fires at him. And kind of did some weird thing there. That was weird. And of course those shells bounce. I don't know what happened there, but that was kind of weird. Shots kind of went all over the place. Maybe he slipped his mouse or something.
Desert road, no gas.
One salvo and instant
Shit and die.
detonation and kill. Citadel on the Norlands, and down it goes. Now he's backing up behind the island so he doesn't get fired and hit as hard. Enemy Amagi is coming into range and he's firing shells at it.
Much better.
Magi, as of course we know, is a paper ship that was never built. It was turned into an aircraft carrier. Still very good guns, very good armor. And he's still pulling back. And there's the Z-23. Scarecrow puts the secondaries on it.
Yeah, this should help.
And unfortunately that smoke covered him up, but that doesn't mean that he's going to be in trouble. However, that Nuremberg did see him and he did plan in a route of attack. There's his torpedoes. Unfortunately, they did miss. Because it appears that the Z-23 has now become elusive, so to speak.
Not everyone on my team can be as good as me.
Now, Scarecrow's in a little bit of hot water now. Unfortunately, his team is in quite a bit of hot water. They only lost 3, and they have lost 6 ships. So they're down to 6 on, I'm trying to think this, 6 on 9, if I'm reading this correctly. Yep, 6 on 9. And they don't have any destroyers left, so they had that one destroyer, the Z-23, still scouting the enemy team. Or their team. Being the scout for them. Then you have the other ships that are into play. You have a bucket load of ships here. Scarecrow is now firing at the enemy Amagi, and the shells look pretty good. Ugh. Bad roll, bad roll. I thought that was going to be a good hit. Apparently, I can't think of it correctly. Now Scarecrow's now angling the armor, trying to keep it back. He's firing again at the Amagi, trying to get a good roll. That's what's the nice thing about the Terps. You can look at that. Look at the shells on that. Very accurate. There it is. Penetration and ricochet. Good, good. And he's making his way back towards the cap, and he's trying to stay with the team. Try to assist as much as they can. Enemy Amagi is pulling back far away. And there's the torpedoes from the Z-23. And luckily, Scarecrow already anticipated that and kept himself wide. Now he's coming back in. It's going to take quite some time for that ship to reload. And here comes the enemy Arizona. Very, very, very good ship. At tier 6. But this is a tier 8 match. So it's going to have some trouble keeping up. And unfortunately, a little bit of bumping and rubbing over there with one turret to another. And there comes up the enemy Edinburgh. And unfortunately, that Turpitus is now firing range of that ship, and now he is starting to spam fire away at that poor, helpless Turpitz. Unfortunately, you'd think that the 6-inchers would do much. That's when you're wrong. For some reason, it just, as you can see here, look, it just eats the health away of all German battleships, just because of the way the armor is set up. So if you ever see one of those ships, it is very much an important part of yourself to make sure you kill it fast. There's the Z-23 in range. He is smoking up. Now he's in front of Scarecrow and the Bismarck. And there's the kill.
I'm a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker.
There goes the annoying Z-23. And now they don't have any more destroyers. Very nice kill. Edinburgh looks like he's trying to poke out, but that might be a bad call on his part. Well, to see, he looks like he's trying to pull out. So, Scarecrow already anticipated. Here is his torpedoes. He fires them. Here he comes, turning him in. Secondaries light him up like a Christmas tree. There's the torpedo, and down goes Edinburgh. Very poor choice on an Edinburgh. He pretty much lost himself in one devastating strike. It wasn't a devastating strike, literally, but it was a kill. And of course, he wants the easy kill, Scarecrow. So he's focusing one of his salvos right at the enemy in Nuremberg, and there is his third kill. With a sheer whopping now 103,000. Now there's a fire on one of the ships, and now it's eating it alive. Fortunately, he's got some 16-inchers. Ooh. Scarecrow taking a massive hit from the North Carolina, who's going around the edge of the map. However, he did give him karma and give him 12,000 damage right back at him. Now his torpedoes are back up and running, and his fellow Tirpitz is now sunk. Now, his 3 allied ships to their enemy's 5. It's a very close match in there, but definitely in point value, this is not looking good. Scarecrow fires desperately at Leander. Looks pretty good, the shots. Unfortunately, they don't look good enough, and it was an over-penetration. Secondaries are now firing at the enemy ship nearby. Good move by Scarecrow. Angles the armor. Turns away from the torpedoes. Another salvo to the Leander, and nearly kills him. There goes the enemy Scharnhorst. Scarecrow fires the Scharnhorst with its torpedoes, and luckily he anticipated those torpedoes, and it looks like he just barely dodges them. Another nasty hit to the Scharnhorst. It looks like he's gonna beat himself.
No gas and no checks.
And there's his Confederate. Secondaries are still flying. This match is still up for grabs. Unfortunately, his torpedoes missed, but that doesn't mean the other one does. And now the enemy team is down 3-3. Scarecrow marks up the North Carolina, gets it ready for a target. However, he does see the Amagi going around, so he just says, "Hey, enemy team, watch out. You have an enemy Amagi coming right after you." The Atago is up north, over towards B, and he's trying to stop Scarecrow, but because of, oh, never mind, he's now detected. North Carolina definitely sees him, so he's dangling his armor nose in, and unfortunately, because of that, he gets resetted. Definitely not going to get this capture point if that guy keeps resetting the cap.
Great. Looks like I'm in with the smacktards.
Unfortunately, Scarecrow now has no one left and is the last man standing on the team. With 3 ships surrounding him, he's definitely cruising for trouble. And there is a citadel on the North Carolina, giving him a high caliber. The shell to the enemy Otago, and should be dropping any minute.
Not everyone on my
Unfortunately,
team
it looks
is
like they didn't hit anything at all. Secondaries are desperately firing at North Carolina. He fires his front gun salvo, and he gets, again, no penetration and non-pen. Some damage, not great, but it was good, some decent damage. Spam firing his secondaries, he gets another fire on the enemy. He's still trying to angle the armor so he doesn't get hit hard, but it's not looking good for him. Enemy Otago sees him, guns fire. Now he's on fire, he's probably sure to die. That doesn't mean he gets to fire one last out before he possibly dies. And gun ricochets off it, hitting a defend. And here comes the death. Ugh, what a pity, Scarecrow. Definitely decent little fight there. Definitely good try, good try. I was pulling for you, man, I was pulling for you. Devastating strike. Confederate. High caliber. 55 target hits, 1 torpedo hit, 2 planes shot down. I didn't even see them. I guess I wasn't paying attention, but all the guns blazing everywhere. 2 incapacitations, 3 kills, 11 sets on fire with 2 hits to citadels, with 6 defends, and 240 secondary hits. Well done, Scarecrow. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video with Tirpitz. Hope to see you guys again. As always, take care, and I hope you enjoyed.